Today I'd like to talk about treasure in the trash. And what exactly does that mean, treasure in the trash? What it really means is with treasure in the trash, there's new ways of looking at things. There's opportunities for revenue generation of recyclable materials. There's also cost avoidance opportunities by reducing the amount of materials for landfill. And in order to find that treasure in the trash, you need a map. And today's map is really asking questions and knowing where to look. When we got into the manufacturing business of manufacturing our recycled containers made of recycled content, whatever scrap was left over, there was no home for this. We couldn't sell it to anyone. There was no market. So we ended up throwing all of this recyclable material in the trash, and that cost us a lot of money. And as we started asking questions and inquiring and speaking to different people, we actually found someone who would be willing to take our material. And this was great. All we had to do was pay for the shipping, and we avoided having to send all of this material to the landfill, which was a tremendous cost. And as situations changed and markets grew, then someone approached us and said, "I'll give you 5 cents a pound for that material." And to us, this was just amazing, where we were paying to have everything away. As we fast forward now, we're actually receiving 37 cents a pound for product that we originally was destined for landfill. And when you couple the revenue generation that we make from that scrap material and the cost savings to our business, it has been a swing of a little over $150,000 per year, which to us is a real great find, an absolute treasure. Another story is on my tours, I toured a automotive manufacturing facility, and this was it was in the US, but they were actually pushing out, if you can imagine, 1,000 finished complete vehicles a day. And as we toured the facility, I looked at an area where they were grinding down brake drums. And you could see the metal filings that were coming off of this. And I thought, wow, how much is coming off of each brake drum? I said, yeah, about half an ounce. So then we did the math. So a half an ounce per brake drum times 4 per car, 2 ounces, times 1,000 is 2,000 ounces. The actual combined weight of all of those little filings was 31,000 pounds to be estimated. Now this was all the tempered steel, so it was a high value commodity. But not only that, they were generating money on those metal scrap filings. But think about this, even if they didn't generate any money, they were eliminating 31,000 or approximately 16 tons of material being landfilled just from that one site. And it was all created because somebody was asking questions, wow, rather than sweeping it off into a bin. Another really interesting one was, as I've done many travels through Silicon Valley in California, the one thing I can say, it's a very competitive market and they have to have a lot of perks to attract the employees. This one particular facility was offering free cereal and milk to all the employees. And why this caught my attention is because they were throwing out in excess of 2,000 milk jugs a week, just straight into the trash. And it really meant a lot to me because our materials we work with are recycled milk jugs. And I thought, well, here's an opportunity. So once we did the numbers and we determined it was like 7 ounces per milk jug and we did all the numbers, the actual combined amount of plastic that they were throwing away was 104,000 pounds a year. And again, you do the math. I mean, we're getting 37 cents a pound for the plastic. So you can see a huge amount of revenue opportunity, not only the revenue, but they are no longer disposing that kind of a mass amount of material into landfill. The point is, there's a lot of opportunities out there. You just have to know where to look. Gloves, eyeglasses, earplugs, things that can be recyclable, but people just toss them out. And it's really having someone ask the question, why are we doing this, and can we repurpose this material, and is there a value? The way to do this is to bring in an expert to evaluate the entire flow of materials. And for a simple thought is, these days there's a growing demand for organic collection. And rather than having a traditional hauler come in and take your recycling, your trash, and your organics, Maybe you outsource to a specific firm that just handles organics, and there may be opportunity that are going to reduce costs even further or generate some revenue there. My bet is that the closer you look at this and really take a look at that treasure map, you're going to find all kinds of opportunities to improve the organization as well as the bottom line. At the end of the day, it's not just a treasure chest, but it's a double win, because you're generating revenue from materials that you were throwing out, but you're also saving money through a cost avoidance mechanism. I'm Bruce Buchan, encouraging you to never waste a moment and take the time to really look hard for treasure in the trash.